Hello and welcome to another Sunday sesh. Now, these Sunday sessions are really important and they're all about getting you back to basics, learning to cook with your local produce and preparing food for your families. And that's what it's really all about, having good fun cooking with mates and cooking for your family. Now, that said, we also want to keep it entertaining. And today on the Sunday sesh, we've got a very special guest. He has a magnificent beard, not you, Rhett. Sorry, bruv. It's beautiful, but it's not this. So right behind me is Jimi Anderson from Season&Fire in Tasmania. Hello, Jimmy.
Hello, everybody.
Now, this guy is also a TSJ stalwart and OG and can cook anything. So we thought we'd invite him down. He's done the trip across the river, the Bass Strait, and he's joined us today to cook a couple of things. Jimmy, what's on the menu today?
Coming from Tassie, I thought we'd probably showcase something that's perfectly suited to Tasmanian produce that also crosses into South Australian produce. So we thought, what better to cook than lamb? So beautiful saltbush lamb. And I thought I might bring another little treat with us as well.
A little treat?
A little treat.
I would love a little treat.
Later in the show.
Now, I've noticed something. You boys are all wearing hats. So what a chance to put on my very, very luxurious Stetson. Thank you very much, if you will. All right, so guys, what are we cooking today, first up?
First up, we've got...
We're going to bump heads and stuff like that.
Hats look good. Give me some room.
Absolutely. I'm definitely going to give you some room. That's the best idea ever.
We have
give it to me.
delicious lamb rack, which is something that we've cooked a lot of.
So actually, for those people who don't know and have joined me via, say, Skinny Mixes, the fabulous place where I get to develop all the recipes and the recipes that we're using for today that you can find in the Skinny Mixes books, Dinners 2 and the Skinny series. We started cooking lamb way back in the day, doing competition barbecue, and might I say we were pretty good at it?
Might be a couple of trophies in the cupboard.
A couple of trophies in that garage right behind me. We've got plenty of trophies cooking lamb. So you know whatever you're going to see today, if you try and cook it, you're going to love it. And I can guarantee you it's going to be award-winning. I'm going to take this hat off. It's too much for me. I've got too much beautiful hair, boys, so I can't do it. Now, so what we're going to do with this lamb, Jimmy, is I want you, if you can, to take this and talk to me about, well, this is how it comes from the butcher, and what we would do with it in terms of your preparation for such a, like, an exciting dish.
Yeah, absolutely. It's perfectly fine to cook as it is, but I think we can probably sex it up a little bit.
You know what? There's nothing sexier than lamb fat.
We're going to make barbecue beautiful.
Please make the lamb. Give me a fat.
So what we'll try and do is we're going to take a bit of the fat cap off.
Perfect.
And then we're going to French the rack. So we're going to just tidy it up a little bit so that the bones are really nice and pronounced, and it just it looks a little bit better on the plate potentially. But it's what we do in competition barbecue, and it's what you find in a restaurant. You don't need to do it, but we'll show you anyway. Absolutely.
Go for it. Show me how to trim this thing up. Now, what Jimmy's going to do is show you a very basic trim. It's something you can do yourselves at home. He's just going to take off that cap, remove some of that silver skin so that we can get the rub really applied well, and it's going to cook nice and evenly. You can leave it on, and of course, for those people with the fattest flavour camp, I'm with you. I've got plenty of fat, and I'm extremely delicious. All right, will we all agree we're all carrying a few extra pounds?
Now look at the experienced guy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not you, Jimmy. Black is a very slimming colour. What do you think, Rhett?
Oh, that's why we wear it all the time.
That's it.
I like the fact that Season&Fire t-shirt too.
I was going to say,
brought an apprentice with me.
I was going to say someone has merch and someone doesn't. Just next time, Jimmy, maybe you want to think about the big dog. That's all. Just say it.
Duly noted.
Thank you very much. Now, we did a competition a while back. Many moons ago in Tasmania, and we were very successful. We were the grand champions of that competition, but there was a little trick. We didn't have Jimmy trimming this rack of lamb for us. Who did we have trimming the rack of lamb for us, Jimmy?
That would be the season of Season&Fire.
That is
on the fire.
Yeah, when I picked you up from...
And the Frenching Queen.
The Frenching Queen.
Mabel. Is definitely
the
season.
So Mabel, I'm sorry you're back there with the kids. I know you're having a great time and you didn't want to come anyway. And when I picked Jimmy up from the airport this morning, I was like, oh, where's Mabel? And he was like, don't even. So anyway, there are some tricks to Frenching. I love saying that word because every time I think about it, I think about kissing. But we're not going to be doing that on this live. Are we?
No, we're not.
No, we're not French.
I know I'm from Tasmania, but let's not.
We did say that about Tasmania.
You did.
You're going to get a big shout out to Mabel, your partner in crime and wife.
Absolutely.
And sister. So,
We're from down south. We're not.
do you remember that we can't get cancelled because this is our channel and I refuse to cancel myself? Although Facebook probably would cancel me. Hey, Josie. Oh, look, Tasmanian's up there. Josie's on the page.
Legend.
Absolutely. Now, Jimmy's making light work of this. What he's done is he's removed a little bit of excess fat. You can get your butcher to do this for you, but he's just taken off that fat cap. And to be honest, there's not much you can do with it, but we did talk about doing something with it.
Sure.
And what we like to do with that leftover fat is to take the gravy recipe, the basic gravy recipe, and then throw that in at high heat, either in the Thermomix or in the pan, and then basically that will give it that extra depth of flavour while you're doing it for lamb cooking. Make sense? I'm going to reach over a knife. Smart thing to do there, Hollywood. All right. So, what we're going to do with this, once he's cleaned this up and Frenched it, and it looks great.
Doesn't get old, does it?
It never gets
Never
old.
gets old.
You know the great thing about men is we never ever get sensible. You know that? Never ever do we get sensible. And I'm going to say, once he's finished Frenching it, thank you very much, we're going to then apply a couple of different things. Now, we do debate this a bit. You can apply directly to this meat because of the lanolin and because of the texture and nature of the meat and how moist it is. You can. Oh, I did it. I know I did it. I did moist. You
Said
can.
we wouldn't.
I know. I'm doing the thing. So you can actually apply the rub directly to it. What I like to do is apply a binder, and that binder is typically going to be something like Worcestershire sauce, like we do with beef, or olive oil, like they do if we're in the Mediterranean.
Just don't use Vegemite. It's not a thing.
Don't. Did someone use Vegemite?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, whatever channel was using Vegemite, giddy up. We don't like you. Let me have a look at this comments here. Hey, Rodney, how are you, big dog? Sarah, hello. Now, guys, he has made very light work of that.
How are we looking on the...
So what we're going to do is we're going to rub them. I was going to talk about we're going to rub them. We're going to use the Jack of all lamb rub from Skinny Mixers. This is the coarser version of it. It is really good, isn't it?
It is.
It's this beautiful, herby, delicious rub that you
Really
can
nice
use
and
on pretty
coarse.
much on everything. I tend to use it on lamb, and I love to use it on vegetables, my roast veggies.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got a bit of mint, rosemary, all the things that you'd expect to see from the Med. What did you say it was a bit like? Provençal.
Oh, yeah, Provençal.
Yeah,
So
a little bit French.
really, really herby. I think it's perfect for lamb.
Now, we're going to throw this all over it. You ready? So we're just going to... We'll show them the French. Could you pick that up and show it up to the camera as close
So
as you
by
can
no
get?
means is it Mabel spec, but
Mabel, if you're watching, can you critique this straight away in the comments?
she'll critique it anytime. So what I'd love to be able to do is maybe get the string or get a knife out and actually really get rid of, in a competition, we'd get rid of all of this fat and sinew, because when you put it
Into
on
the
a
box, it's got to be
barbecue,
perfect.
It's got to be perfect.
But for home cooking, there's not a butcher's picture out to you there, Jimmy. So first thing we're going to do, says all the butchers
Thanks.
watching.
Thanks, Crap.
Yeah.
You're very welcome. So what I'm going to do is apply liberally, and I mean liberally, the coating of this, if I can ever get it to work. There it is. I don't like to go low on seasoning when I'm using the smoker. The reason I don't like to do that is because the smoke tends to mute all the flavours of a barbecue. So if you want to show them that cover of that,
What would you like to see?
bring that up and show them the season up there so you can see how much coating it would take. Now that's the sort of level... Oh, stuff, I want some more. That's it.
all on
Now we
there.
want it all on there.
It's raining Provençal.
It's a party. No more corn flour for you, Jimmy. So that's perfect. It's ready to go into the smoker. Now, how easy is this thing to cook? It's extremely easy if you're using an oven that can go low temp, or a smoker, or a Weber, or anything. You get that temperature down to 121 degrees or 250. Or if you can get it even lower, we love it down at 225 degrees Fahrenheit or 110 degrees Celsius. So between that range, that's where you want to go. If you're at 225 degrees or 110 degrees Celsius, you want to cook it for 1 hour. Around that 1 hour mark, you're going to be medium rare. 45 minutes, you're going to be rare. Hour 15, you're going to be medium. What we're going to do is reverse sear. That means we're going to smoke it first, and then we're going to sear it hot, okay? So, if we could take that away, ready, you superstar. Just don't let Poco the Wonder Dog get it.
No chance.
That stupid dog. He's only bit you twice today, hasn't he?
That I know of, yeah.
For anybody who haven't seen the TSJ dog, he is an absolute, he's not a pit bull, but he is a pit bull.
By temperament, yes.
Yes, 100%. Oh, I may get rid of that. That's okay. All right, so next thing we're going to do is we've just shot through an hour and we've now smoked our lamb racks to a perfect temperature of between 128 and 135 degrees Fahrenheit, which is how much in Celsius, Red?
What's that?
Yeah.
What is the question?
Right answer.
He doesn't know, which is great. How much is 135 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
About 75?
No, it's 54.
Oh,
All right, so, guys,
I keep guessing.
you're going to pick up one of those, I'm going to pick up the other one. You ready? Now that is how they come out smoked. You can see the beautiful smoky colour on them. They look delicious. And if you turn them upside down, it gives you the best grin you've ever had. What's the deep?
Both
What's
do
the
exactly the same thing.
What's the dead south thing? Couldn't be no father. He's my brother. You know that song.
It's
Coming down to me. You did.
I might have.
Looks close to like. So
All right, so what we've got here is these beautiful racks, okay, guys? And they're smoked and they're ready to go. But what we want to do is I'm going to tilt this slightly that way, is Jimmy's going to take these and using a little, very cheap, easy to access hibachi. Did you say hibachi?
Hibachi.
Hibachi. I'm going to tilt this over here towards the beautiful ret. It's like the hand model over there. All right, can you see the hibachi? I love it.
So,
Yeah, dude, Ricard just said if you just need Liam back, and Seeker's back.
has
Perfect,
anybody
thank you.
seen lamb?
Let's go, sear it up. All right, beautiful. So now we're going to put those over some hot coals on this hibachi. You can see a little bit of smoke rising there. That lamb fat's going to hit those coals, and then we're going to basically get a little bit of a sear on them. That sear is really important because it gets that Maillard reaction. I said it right again.
You did.
Oh, yeah, winning. And so once we've done that, we're going to bring them back, and we're going to do a quick plate to see who is the best at plating these things. Right, you get your plate ready? Go for it. Ready? You get yours done? Okay, we're going to slice and dice these so it's nice and quick.
So I've got a plate here.
You're going to slice yours up first, and we'll get them to
Right.
present them in a sec. Jimmy, what I need you to do, well, you're going to slice them for him,
Can do.
is I want you to show them, oh, that beautiful thing there, is I want you to show them what the special treat is.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you.
Beautiful.
All right, am I following you okay here with this camera?
I'm here.
And now I've got the barbecue.
Special treat time.
So I'm going to move the stupid gravy.
Oh, we love the gravy.
Love a bit of gravy. Now show me what you brought me all the way from Tasmania.
So, we affectionately refer to it as the chicken of the sea. Don't know.
I can see the corner of it. It's a glimmer. Jimmy, you the little old dog. You
So-
didn't.
It wouldn't be a trip to, or it wouldn't be a Tasmanian travelling out of the state without bringing a little bit of a treat. So we've got some Tasmanian southern rock lobster,
Are these Season&Fire freshly dove by Tommy?
straight from straight from Bidalong. Straight
Oh
from the
my
Bay of
lord, I love that. Bay of Fire's a treat. Coming through. So what have you got on them?
Fires. So we've just put a little bit of a herb butter on them, but I think we might maybe spice things up a little bit as well. So again, the queen of barbecue, Mabel,
Yep.
with all amazing things. She packed me a little bit of a lunch, one might say, to come away with. So we've got some really special little ingredients. So
Oh.
she's actually made a beautiful Szechuan chili oil.
Oh my
to go with
God,
as well.
Mabel, could you have not made the trip with us? All right, so let me come back here. Can you slice a couple of those into slices? Oh no, Jimmy, can you slice a few of those up for me?
Sure.
So here we go. So if you'd like to come around here with your plate, please, Rhett,
Yep.
and show us what a country boy from Beachport does with a rack of lamb.
So now also Beachport is one of South Australia's best for the southern rock lobster.
Oh, that's
but
nice.
there we are.
You're not good at that, are you?
Not good at that. But there we are. Have a look at that. So that's just beans, a bit of
So that's the silky sweet mash.
yep,
Yeah, so that's a silky mash from Dinners 2,
yep.
or Dinners, I should say. And the jack of lamb on your cutlet,
Yep.
and some steamed green beans. Now, is that how you'd have it at home?
That is, well, they'll probably have a bit of potato as well, but
Lord, look how well that's cooked.
typical meat and 3 veggies type of dish.
Okay, so
Oh,
just so you know, that is the country boys plating. Well done. So Jimmy, I think you could plate yours up as well. while I go and get mine somehow sorted.
Sure.
All right, show them what you're doing, Jimmy. Tell them.
So everything's been done very much packed lunch style. And if you're coming from a catering business, everything's going to be done in a cryovac bag. So this is
the lunch your mum prepared earlier?
That's pretty much right, exactly. Thank you, Mabel. So it's a little bit rough and ready, but that's okay. So what we've got here is a celeriac puree. Celeriac's just got this really sort of like, nice nutty sort of a flavour to it. So we'll pipe a little bit of that onto the plate. Beautiful.
Good.
Gonna do a little fancy smear.
Let's sneak it beside you so we can chop some stuff up. Mr. Booby. Thank you.
Absolutely delicious, Mabel. Thank you.
Thank you, Mabel, again.
Thank you, Mabel.
She's here without being here, Jimmy.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Here in spirit and here in a lot of preparation.
She's just not going to get to drink the spirits with us later.
Definitely not.
Sorry, Mabel.
Can we say that?
No,
Don't know what you're talking about.
we're talking about different.
So we've got celeriac puree, we've got the lamb rack, and then
Show me.
Oh, look at this.
Come around and give him a hand, dude.
this is another little Mabel special. Now, for those of you that aren't massive fans of coriander and feel like it tastes like soap, or it does taste like soap to you, this probably isn't quite it, but this is just a really nice coriander sauce that's got a little bit of spice to it, a little bit of fresh herbiness to it, which is really delicious. A little bit rough, a little bit ready, but that's okay.
That's what you do. I'm going to go.
Not the best plating in the world,
Oh, come off it.
but I'm
Come
pretty
on.
happy with that.
That
I'm
is a
pretty
gorgeous.
happy with
Get
that.
close to that camera. You might have to come around with that one because that
Look
is absolutely
at that.
spectacular.
The dog won't be getting that, that's for sure.
All right,
We're happy with that.
dude, that is one of the most prettiest dishes I've ever seen.
Here we go.
Yes.
All right, so
Resistance.
I can't be outdone by these two superstars. Jimmy makes the best food. Mabel makes the best sides and sauces. So I'm not going to be able to top that. So I thought I'd go with something a little bit different. I've gone with a South Australian staple.
Does it get any better?
Yes.
I think not.
Most of you would have never heard of a pie floater, okay? A pie floater is a South Australian tradition where we take a meat pie, hence the name pie floater, we stick it in a bed of mushy peas. Who would have thought mushy peas would have been a good thing? Well, the skinny mixer recipe was pretty good, and I've used that, and then we pour gravy over it. So this is my lamb chop pie floater.
Yahoo! Looks a lot better than the pie
Oh,
float.
here we go.
And the gravy.
Here we and the gravy. Oh, somebody
Can I
stop
have some
this
of
kid.
that?
Yeah, all right, here you go.
That's what we want.
Not to be outdone.
Beautiful.
Okay, so 3 hero dishes. Where's your plate? One ridiculous pie floater, one Beachport Country special, and one very, very chefy Season&Fire
Yes.
lamb rack. Guys, this is how easy it is for you to make it at home.
Delicious.
All the recipes, as I said, are listed in that skinmixers.com.au, except for these ones, which I think we might provide as guest recipes, if you don't mind. Is that all right for the puree?
Sure, Mabel will be okay with that.
Thanks, Mabel, for agreeing to do that. All right, so we've gone well over time, and I'll have to edit this way down for the Instagram, but that doesn't matter. Has anyone tried one?
No.
You can try yours, actually, thanks.
Nothing.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll
you
try
good
one.
idea. I want one of mine too.
Yeah, cut mine.
That's how tender soft they are when you smoke them. That is, oh my God. How good is that rub? Is that gravy on it, dude? Wait till you get some of that.
This is where it's at.
That is 100% where it's at. Let me see your reaction. That's beer drippingly delicious, isn't it? Talk to me.
Finger licking, moustache licking, beard spilling good.
We should have really taken pictures of these before we ate them.
That's all right. We're fine. We can do it again.
Memories.
Let's do it all again. Memories. Thanks, Red. The socials have gone. We're just going to have memories. All right, so you want to do this thing?
Cool.
I'll get you out on your way. How much fun was that, guys? I got to tell you that.
And
was
easy.
absolutely delicious.
Easy, easy, easy.
That's the simple message. Super simple, super easy, and super fun.
All right.
And you can get as creative as you want with all the sides. All right, I'm going to bring all this over for you.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Now, do you need a plate for this?
Yeah. You organise a plate if that's all
Yeah,
right.
plate, please, ready? Thank you, Dar. Let's go.
So what we've done with the you can cook crayfish. We call it crayfish.
What do we call it?
Crayfish.
What do we call it?
Southern rock lobster.
Yeah, see, my American thinking, I always think of the lobster as more like that PT trainer that I have in the army. You know, have the big heads, big bodies, head full of shit. Sorry to all my PT trainer friends out there. We can say whatever we want. Can't get cancelled. So yes, so I consider it to be crayfish because I was born here, grew up in Sydney. That's all they call this crayfish.
You spend a bit of time down south too.
Painted in Tassie.
You won't tell anybody that, but
yeah, of course.
it's happened.
All right, here we go.
Cool.
Let's do it. Lobster time. I cannot believe that I wasted my energy on eating other things.
And not only is there one,
This is always mine. So jump in there. You can do it all 4, 3.
but there's 2.
Perfect.
Right, we'll do it like this.
Let's
We'll
do it
just
like
make a little bit of a mess out of it. So once it's been cooked, you can cook it directly over charcoal, you can cook it in your oven,
So
you
talk
can
to me
boil
about
it.
how you bring these things up to heat. Like I know you smoked it
Yep.
now.
Yes.
So you can smoke them all the way through. You can boil them. You can do whatever you want. Is that kind of the
absolutely.
idea?
So
What's the best way?
for me personally,
Yeah.
I really like to take them from raw,
Yep.
cut them in half, sear them really hot over a hot charcoal.
Yep. The hibachi
A little
thing.
bit a little bit of butter on them, and then flip them over. Once they sort of start to cook through, then add a little bit more herb butter to it, sort of mix it up, let
Beautiful.
it all get
Yep.
cook in its own shell,
Yep.
and serve it as such.
We did that on that trip when we went
did that
to
at
Bay of
the Bay
Fires.
of Fires with
Oh,
Tommy.
100%.
Hello, Tom.
G'day, Tommy.
All right, so oh my gosh,
Oh man. So how he's mixing it all up. If you can see, this is soft and delicious.
so we can take it out as a whole tail, but we'll just sort of like we'll do a little bit of a chop up in here, mix it up a little bit.
You're not using this extra one over here, are you?
That's Pitmaster's privilege one over there. I think.
That's the. I just wanted to wait for you to finish what you're doing.
Don't have
Jimmy.
a fork, so we're going to run with that.
Yep.
All right, where have we got my special little sauce? Here we go.
What is this special sauce you speak of? Is this a Szechuan?
This is a Szechuan chili oil. So, seafood is...
And eat it.
Seafood and eat it.
Yep.
Seafood's obviously very delicate,
Yeah.
and we like to try and let the produce really speak for itself.
Of course. Because it is a delicate flavour
It
sometimes.
is a delicate flavour.
Yep.
Szechuan chili oil just adds, I suppose, a little bit of texture in the mouth. You get that little bit of zing.
Yum.
And we're predominantly using the oil in it as well, so it just adds a little bit of something, a little bit of
Today we were looking at the recipe books and we saw that Kung Pao and the Szechuan.
Oh man, so great.
Such a great dish. This is way less overpowering than putting all of those hot peppers and stuff in there, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, totally. And
Very
it's not
subtle.
like it's not a Tabasco-y hot sauce. It's just,
I love it.
really delicious. So we'll just put a little bit of that over it.
Oh my god!
There we go.
Let me show one of those when you. Are you gonna do another one or not?
We can do them all.
Just let's do the second one over here because I want to show that on this camera when it comes up. Oh.
A little bit of colour doesn't hurt either.
Smoked herbed butter with a special secret Season&Fire Szechuan oil.
It's definitely over the normal mayo that you'd normally have it with garlic butter.
Yeah.
It's not being served at the Beachport pub like this, but it's still a good feed there, isn't it? Isn't it?
Brilliant feed at the Beachport pub. I'll wear my
Shout out
shirt next time.
Shout out to the Beachport pub. We'll be heading down there next. So guys, I want to say thank you of course to the Unicooker.
Bang.
As always, keeping everything running in the background. I know you see him on camera, but he does so much stuff in the background too, getting this running. And very special thanks to Mabel.
Credit where credit's due.
It's so good to have the band back together. As Rick Carr said, we probably just need Damo to show up, answer your phone. And Liam, I'm sorry I talked to you last night and you were crying and you're probably not watching. But I saw Saucy Bob was watching. So thanks for watching, Saucy Bob.
Thank you.
And I'm going to go and say goodbye with a pew, pew, pew. And if you want to, what's your sign off? You got one yet? Mabel. And
Bang.